Hey everybody, Hoosier Jedi here with a new channel update for you. Now, if you saw my last update, you will recall that I mentioned that I was going on vacation this early this month to Australia. I got back last night about 10:30. I had an absolutely awesome time in Sydney. I've posted a couple videos. If you're subscribed to the channel, you've seen those that I picked up during my time there. Uh, Later on this weekend, most likely, I'm gonna put up a video just entirely talking about my vacation in Sydney, and what I did, and where I went, what I saw, and all that other fun stuff. So if you're interested in that, you can look forward to that video, and if you don't care, then yeah, just skip that one. So with that said, let's get on with talking about the actual updates to this channel. What's going to be going on around here? Well, I got some good news for you guys. I am going to be adding, as officially as of this update, 2 new shows to the update roster. The first one is one that I have previously mentioned that I was giving heavy consideration to, and that is the upcoming season of Dexter. So here it is. I'm making it official. I will review the next season of Dexter. I believe that's season 6 or 7. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's season 7. Anyway, the next upcoming season of Dexter is now officially on the review roster. Also, and this is one that I am extremely excited about, is I have previously mentioned in some of my other videos. Actually, I take that. I mentioned a while back when I did my review of the season of the 4th season of Total Drama Revenge of the Island, that if there was a 5th season of Total Drama, I would review that. I would not only review that season, I would review that season on an individual episode by episode basis. Well, just before I left, Christian Potenza, the voice of none other than Chris McLean, made it official on his channel in an interview with one of the producers of Total Drama that a 5th season of Total Drama is indeed in the works. Now, we don't have an official release date of when this show is going to come out. I personally think it might happen early next year. If you recall, this current season of Total Drama started airing in January, so about 6 months to do everything for another season of Total Drama. If they're going for a shorter season like they did this time around, I think that might be doable in 6 months, but I'm not an expert on animation or anything like that, so that's just my theory on it. So again, no official release date for when that's happening, but a 5th season of Total Drama is for sure in the works. So when that comes out, I will review each and every episode of it. I am totally looking forward to it. I absolutely love Total Drama. One thing that I have seen online is an interview with some of the other folks. They mentioned one idea that was being floated around for the 5th season was heroes versus villains. And I really don't have an opinion about that one way or the other. It does sound like a compelling idea for a season, but as we've seen over the series of Total Drama, exactly who is a hero and who is a villain is something that seems to shift around, and an awful lot of it depends on your point of view of the characters. Just to sort of give an example, you know what? Let's skip that. We'll save that sort of stuff for when there's more Total Drama to talk about. So, with that said, let's go over all the shows that are going to be on the reviewing block, as of now. So, as I said, next season of Dexter, next season of Total Drama. Also, of course, on the block are Green Lantern, the animated series. Whenever that comes back, I'll continue to pick up reviewing that. Of course, I will continue to review Game of Thrones, but we're not going to be seeing any more of that until next year, as I understand it. So there's that. I'm going to continue, of course, to review Binbo Gami Ga. Haven't exactly been raking in the views on that series, but honestly, I don't do this to get little hits and numbers on my YouTube channel. I do this because it's fun for me. I like talking about these shows and the plots and the characterization and things like that. And one of my reviewers, whose name I unfortunately didn't write down before I started doing this, it mentioned in one of my reviews that he liked my reviews because it felt like when he was watching them that he was having a conversation with one of his friends, or a fellow fan. And honestly, that's what I've always been trying to go for in these videos. I do want you to feel like, you and I are having a little bit of a conversation, that we are just two fans sitting together talking about these TV shows, these movies, or whatever it is that we like, and, going over the good points and the bad points, talking about the story, talking about the characters, the way that we fans do with our friends. Now, of course, I'm recording these, so our exchange between each other is pretty much limited to the comment section, which I, of course, always encourage you to use. But I still like to think that we do have that we're able to have a good discussion with each other as fans. I've had some people offer me some very, very insightful, very interesting comments in response to the videos that I've posted, and I would dearly love to get more of that going on. Anyway, let's continue on. Of course, I will continue to be reviewing shows like Young Justice, Ultimate Spider-Man, with Ultimate Spider-Man and Bimbo Gamiga, the two main shows that I'm reviewing right now. It's going to take me a little while to get caught up. I just got back from vacation. Today was mostly spent restocking the fridge, paying bills, unpacking, and of course going back to work and having to get right back on that horse and start dealing with the million and one things that I've got to deal with at work. But that'll get ironed out soon enough. When it does come back next season, I will of course continue to review The Legend of Korra. I've seen some artwork and read some interviews of things that were revealed about the upcoming season at Comic-Con. For those of you who are not into spoilers, I'm not going to say anything about all of that, except, oh man, Season 2 sounds like it is going to be so freaking cool. Yeah. Okay, so also on the block are, of course, the Green Arrow-based live-action show Arrow. I think that drops in October. I'm actually quite looking forward to that. I will also, of course, be reviewing the 5th season of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. That's something else that I'm really looking forward to. Really, really looking forward to being able to have some discussion with my fellow Star Wars fans. Clone Wars, I know, is sort of a bit of a hot button for people, but I enjoy the program, so we'll see how things go there with that 5th season. And, of course, as I announced on my last channel update video, I will also be reviewing Season 3 of Walking Dead. So that means that basically, starting in September, October, mostly October, as I understand it. I don't know exactly when all of these shows are coming back, but anyway, in the coming months, things are going to get pretty busy around here, and here in real life, I'm also going to be picking up a lot of things that I have to do. I've actually just before I left went out and signed up for twice weekly Korean lessons. I've been living here in South Korea for about a year and a half, and frankly, my Korean really is not as good as it should be for somebody who's been here as long as I have. And frankly, I'm one of those people that I believe very strongly that if you do go to another country where they speak another language, it really is on you to go and learn that language. Now, I've already learned how to read Korean. It's actually surprisingly easy, but as I said, my ability to have conversations with people really is not where it should be. So I basically said to myself, I really need to start. I really need to start walking the walk. So as I said, I went out, signed up for twice weekly Korean lessons. They start next month early, so that is going to eat into my free time a little bit, but I don't think it's going to interrupt my reviewing videos too much. But I figure I owe you guys a heads up. As always with this sort of thing, real life has to come first. That's just how this sort of thing works. But please don't think that because of that I don't care about you guys, and don't think that I'm going to try and leave you guys in lurch. So I will try to keep up my review schedule as best I can, but with real things going on in real life, and there's some other things that might be going on in the fall that are potentially complicated. But anyway, I'm rambling there. Basically, even though things are really going to get very busy for me in terms of the number of reviews I'm going to be doing and just stuff that I've got coming and going on in real life, things might get a little hectic, but I will try to keep up my review schedule as best as I can. I'm a person who is a big believer in punctuality. It really drives me crazy if I'm late for anything, or if I feel like I've promised to have something for someone at a certain time and I'm not able to deliver that on time. It really does bug me on a personal level, and I feel that way about the videos that I make for you guys. So you do have my word. I will try to keep up the schedule of reviews as best I can, but again, real life has to come first. And honestly, every once in a while there's just a day when I simply just don't feel like up to making videos. But thankfully those days are few and far between. I do get a great deal of enjoyment out of making these reviews, and of course talking with you, my fellow fans. So there's that said. I have still not made up my mind as to whether or not I'm going to review Ben 10 Omniverse. That's the one that's still in the maybe pile for me. I did get through Season 2 of Ben 10. I found it to be a big improvement over Season 1. So I am looking forward to seeing more Ben 10. I think a lot of it is really just going to depend on how I feel about the next few seasons. So I will be giving you reviews of Seasons 3, 4, and 5 of Ben 10. And based on how I feel after all of that, we'll see if Ben 10 Omniverse gets added to the review list. I'll let you guys know for sure before the show starts whether or not that's going to happen. Also, in terms of future reviews, I'm going to try and add some more movie reviews soon. I've seen, because I've been on vacation, I had some extra free time. I actually saw a couple of really cool movies while I was flying to and from Australia that I do want to talk to you guys about. So I'm not going to tell you what they are just yet. You'll just have to stay tuned to the channel to see. But yeah, definitely look forward to at least 3 movie reviews fairly soon. I'm going to try and do at least one this weekend, but it just really depends on what's going on this weekend. So we'll see. Anyway, folks, with that said, that's the update for what's going on with the channel right now. As I said, I'll try and get those Ultimate Spider-Man and Bimbo Gamiga reviews up for you soon, most likely this weekend. But we'll have to see. Anyway, with that, I'm going to call it. As always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. You can, of course, follow me on Twitter @HoosierJedi. And until next time, take care and have a good one.